Hello everybody, it's the 8th of August and that food journey of going and eating all the wrong things has carried on. I suppose in part it's because I'm sat on my butt all day at the minute because of my feet still being really quite bad after I went well over the top. I mean, I spent the whole day running around barefoot enjoying myself and I've totally torn the bottom of my feet. Really bad. So I'm sat on my butt all day and eating food, and I suppose it's just not going through very well. So we went down the international food shop the other day and they got those gigantic watermelons. So I've decided I'm going to do 3 days. Why only 3 days? Because it's my birthday on the 11th. I'm going to be 45 years old. When I remember back to just before 40, I remember sitting in the room next door, crying. I was 17.5 stone. I was always depressed, always really low. Now, I'm a bit gutted about what's going to happen on these scales in a minute, that's for sure. But I know I can get back. So it's inspired by 2 things. One, my experience of raw food, which is very similar to fasting. I would say it's the closest to fasting you're going to get. But remember when I did the 16/8 fasting? That is nowhere near as good. There's something about those extra 4 hours when you do sort of 20 hours fasting, 4 hours eating. There's something about that extra 4 hours that's magical and you get to this new place. For me anyway. You get the same thing when you eat raw. So I suppose if you didn't want to fast, having a couple of days of eating raw would get you to the same place. But it has to be raw. So, and it's inspired by this old gal. She might not like me calling her that, but this older lady, senior lady, who's a doctor. And she got breast cancer when she was 40. She's always been really athletic. She reversed it all by going raw. And she does the Ironman contest every year. And she was saying how when she did that, she was always ready to go the next day. So she was saying about how quickly she heals. So I'm fed up with my feet being like this. So I thought, well, if I do the next 3 days raw, eating nothing but watermelon, and we'll see what happens. That's why I'm going to record today, so you can see what weight I am, and then we'll see what happens over the next 3 days. I'm hoping it will clear me through, hoping it will fix my feet up, and just readdress my cravings, because I'm back to craving at the minute. I think that's the problem. When you go out for a meal, it isn't necessarily that one meal that creates the problem physically. I mean, calories wise, it's not really going to give you a lot of grief, and you should just get back on course quite easily. The problem is, it resets your mind. And before you know it, I'm now grazing all day, but it's not me listening to my body and going, oh, I'm hungry. It's me going, oh, I wouldn't mind a bit of that. Oh, I wouldn't mind some chocolate oat milk. You know, you might go, that's nothing, but it's got sugar in it. It's got fake stimulus in it. I think that's what we're saying. You know, and that then stimulates me, just boom, clicks me on, and then all day long I'm thinking about food and eating. I don't want to be like that. I want to enjoy my food, don't get me wrong. I want to eat when I'm hungry, not when I'm craving, and I've got back to a point of craving. So rather than trying to use willpower to keep myself on track, all I need to do is eat some good clean fruit. And at this time of year, you know, only the other week I was saying that we don't have any. And then we went down the international food shop and they got loads of really ripe fruit. Now I have ripe fruit, in my opinion, in places like Sainsbury's, Waitrose, Safeways, Tesco's, all of that's pretty nasty. And that's what I'm used to. But the international food shop, dude, we got, look, check this out. Oh, I've never even seen one like that before. It's soft, smells sweet. Look at that, beautiful colouring. That's like what I see people talk about. So I'm going to go mono, alright? And like I say, I'll do that until Friday. Anyway, enough chit chat. going to do the weigh-in. So this, what we'll see, is what I'm going to be, and where I'm going to be at in the next couple of days. Okay, so here we go, and I am, okay, it's going up again. I'm quite surprised it's not as bad, but it's sneaking up. I mean, that it was only the other day that I did a weigh-in, do you remember? So I'm now 14 stone 1.8 stone, which is 89.7, 197.8, cool. So if you remember only a little while back, I was quite a bit heavier, but we have to knock that into touch. And that's what we're going to do. Big watermelon. So when I get it, I'll show you here. Catch you later. Bye. On the feet front, if any of you have done barefoot running and injured your feet, could you let us know your experience on it? Because I'd be really interested to know how long it took you to heal. I mean, I'm not sitting on my butt all the time. I am getting up and cooking still, because I still got to cook for the family. So things like that are then kind of, and I'm a little bit silly as well. I went to do press-ups, and of course I was on my toes and that, and the bottom of my foot, which was getting better, suddenly went again. I was like, oh. So, you know, you probably recognise that as well. I think we all do that. It's kind of, it's almost like a learning process, isn't it? When you damage yourself, you're like, how far can I push it? Is that okay? Yeah. Oh, no, it's not. And then you're not quite back to square one. Not quite back to square one, but you're definitely back on that road of, I've regressed a bit. Gotta get back on that sofa and just chill out. But let me know your experiences of if you've done any barefoot running and that, because I'd really love to know. Catch you later, bye.